Hello, everybody. We're back again. And I'm really excited because this is our first opportunity to put together this kind of an effort. This live after 5 on Saturday is really something that has been part of a consciousness that I've had in wanting to now expand out of the studio and into the community. And building networks is so important. Communicating with the people in our community is so important. And what is even better about the relationship is when you can have individuals who are doing positive things and are courageous enough to go out in the community and develop new ways in which we can relate to the situation of building the safe and healthy neighborhoods, which is what we did last Saturday, and we definitely were able to establish a positive role here in the township of Irvington. And now I'm with two legends, urban legends. These individuals, these gentlemen here, have been role models in our community and have stood up in the relationship of being brave and have been in harm's way on many occasions. And I don't think anything has really changed, but many of you really know who they are. We have Mr. Outlawz, Lawrence Oulaw, and we have none other than AKA Mr. Jeff Noel. Jeff, I'm so happy to find you still involved with doing community services, even though you've gotten out of the blue suit.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, and if you don't know who this gentleman is, Jeff Noel has been an example to a number of our youth by volunteering his time as a former police officer here in the township of Irvington. How long were you in Irvington as a police officer?
22 years, actually, and I retired about a year and a half ago. After retiring, I decided to get into my own business, but I would never stop helping out the community by assisting with the kids effort. I ran a program for the kids for about 15 years.
And what was the name of that program?
It was called the Junior Police Cadet Program. And I ran that program for about 15 years, like I said. But right now, I'm still currently involved with the kids in a very positive way.
And what's so important, again, is that I was talking to Captain Kuntz, who was just recently promoted to captain, the very first captain, African-American female here in the township of Irvington, and we're very excited, very proud about that. And we were talking about your program. We were saying we just can't let it fall by the wayside, and where I told her that I would be very happy to help her engage in finding another way where we can establish it and keep it going, and probably get you back in as a consultant so that we know that we're doing it right.
That would be great. I would do everything in my power to be able to assist, if not directly involved, in keeping that program going.
And, you know, what's so important about now the partnerships that you're building with individuals, and as you say, you've been doing a number of different things now that you're in your retirement. But Mr. Outlawz has also been an established role model in our community, working in the capacity of putting his life on the line. And Mr. Outlawz, you're a member of Christian Love Baptist Church, and your wife is a minister there.
Yes, yes.
And why don't you share with us the relationship in terms of what you all have been doing in terms of outreach and developing positive images in the community?
Well, like you said, a member of Christian Love Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Ronald B. Christian, my pastor, also a very good friend. We've been knowing each other since 7th grade. I actually met my wife at Christian Love Baptist Church, Reverend Tyrese Outlaw.
And Reverend Tyrese Outlaw is someone that I had experienced a lot of my talent with as a photographer. She's a phenomenal hairdresser, and she used to do a number of hairdress shows, and I was fortunate in my earlier days as a photographer to work with her, and it's just so inspiring to see how she's taken a tremendous relationship in her faith and now stands up as a role model, and with you by her side, I'm sure that it has been a tremendous impact in Christian Love with Ron Christian, and someone whom I remember back in the day praying in the middle of the street for Ron, and looking at Ron now where he's at is just, you know, something that should change all of our lifestyles because he's done a marvelous job in relationship to changing the lives of individuals in our community. But what's so important about what we want to talk about here is the car and truck and bike show that you two gentlemen have now begun to generate. Give me the history of it. When did it actually start?
Well, basically, this is something that has been on my mind for a while, for a good little while now. Really, I love cars, especially old cars. And I basically just put it together. I said, you know what, this is something I want to do. I was speaking to a couple of guys, and so we actually was talking to my wife about it as well. She was like, well, you should just go ahead and do it. And that's exactly what I did. And this gentleman next to me, Jeff, we've been knowing each other about 30-something years. And we got together, and actually we saw each other at a car show. He was like, man, I didn't know you was into the cars. You know, I said, oh, yes, most definitely. And I basically spoke to him about it. He was definitely about it, and here we are.
So how long have you been really doing it, Jeff?
Well, again, just like Lawrence said, we both have a passion for old cars. Myself, I have a 1962 Oldsmobile Super 88, all original. This car is 51 years old, and it's in immaculate condition. Again, like Lawrence said, we ran into each other at a car show, and we've both been going to car shows for years and had no idea that we both had that same passion and love for cars. So we decided to get together after a few meetings and said that, you know, we found ourselves going out outside the community to go into different car shows, and we've decided to say, well, why can't we bring that back home? Let's bring these car shows into our community. We don't have to always take it outside. So we decided to sit down, put some information together, come up with a nice name for a car club for ourselves, which we're going to be promoting tomorrow at the car show, the very first car show in Irvington for classic cars, motorcycles, and trucks, and hopefully promote and advertise our own car show.
Well, you know, that's going to be incredible because of the fact that entrepreneurship is so important, and what we really are trying to drive, that a lot of times you can't be out here trying to focus on getting someone to hire you. You find ways to generate in relationship, and you build income for others as well.
Right.
Tell me exactly, how does the car show generate income, though?
Okay, what happens is when we put the car show together, there's an entry fee. When cars, bikes, and trucks come into the car show, there's just an entry fee. What happens is the fee that we charge for your car to enter a car show, which you're actually competing with other cars as for talent, and then there's maybe trophies or other type of awards that are given to you for bringing your car to the car show. But the monetary side of it is that the money that comes into the car show, it's generated in order to be a profit so that we can get the trophies and get other things. But in actuality, it's not that we're really looking to make a lot of money for ourselves, but to give back to the people that have a passion for.
So in essence, it is to offset expenses, but there is a way in which we definitely have to make sure that we can eat. And there's nothing wrong with that. The thing about it, though, is that you're generating people to get involved with it so that they can use their talents. Because you're not racing any of these cars, are you?
No. Basically, all it is just, you know, these are people have a love for classic cars, period. You know, and some of these cars are so clean you can eat off of them.
Right.
Basically, what we're doing is really for the community, to give people, families can come out. You can bring your children out. You can bring your wife out. You can bring everybody out and just have a good time. You know, that's basically what it's really about.
And really, also, again, is that there's a history behind automobiles. And as you have been able to share with us, there are certain styles and ways and individuals, I would think to say procure them. Like some of them are heirlooms because they've been traditionally given through the family lines.
Right, exactly.
Now, a lot of them are also refurbished, or they rebuild the engines and make it work, and they're used in a lot of the parades.
Right.
Right, and that's one of the passions that people come out. They see these cars. You may get someone from a third or fourth generation that may see a car that they remember that they had when they were teenagers. And when they see it, takes them back in time, and they love the car even that much more, just to be able to see that that car is still around.
And to reminisce the passion of something that may have been really positive in your lifestyle, and to deal with it from the capacity of seeing it, especially in the way in which they refurbish them and really make them look attractive. And those are the things that are so important about this. But I think that what is going to drive me more, and forgive me for being the way that I am, is that you brothers are black. And there aren't many black brothers that have really taken the challenge to do something like this.
Right.
You got to tell me exactly, how has it really evolved to the point where you can see some success in it?
Well, basically, and I don't even think we even really looked at it like that.
Right.
It's just something that, again, a passion that we had, and we just really wanted to just get out there and just, push these cars, bring the people out, bring the families out, bring everybody out, so everybody can really have a good time, show their cars off. And that's how it is. Basically, a lot of these cars, and I do have to say this, if you do come out, hands off. You really cannot touch.
Is that right?
Yes, you cannot touch the cars.
Right.
Cars, they're just there just to look. Just to look.
Right, but just to touch on what you were saying, that because we are African Americans involved in such a passion, we found out ourselves when we have gone to car shows in different towns where you may not necessarily have a large variety of African Americans living in that town, but there were a lot of African Americans coming to the car shows. And that's when we found out they were actually coming from our community out to different towns and said, wait a minute, maybe the problem is because we're not doing this at home, and they're forced to take it outside. So we're going to bring it home. And this is the reason why we chose to bring this show to Irvington. We want to bring this car show back home.
Well, let me tell you, we know that there is quite a attraction in the car shows, but our advantage now is that the individuals that are bringing it to our community are part of our community. And that makes it so much important for us to want to support it and put a lot of effort behind seeing the success of it. Now, I do know that conditionally, if the weather is not good, you do not do it, you postpone it.
Right.
But we're going to be looking forward to the fact that if the weather isn't good tomorrow,
We're going to be blessed.
that the reality is that we're going to be working with you to help promote whatever other dates and other locations that you will be having these car shows. The one in Irvington was supposed to be the first one. There's also one at the Cineplex, I believe. Is that your car show as well?
No.
No, it's not, but we are affiliated with the gentleman that is doing that car show. That's known as G-Wiz Entertainment, and he's also a part of this car show that we're going to do here in Irvington. And in conjunction with our club, our car club, being Outlawz Most Wanted Classic Car Club, and G-Wiz Entertainment, we collaborated to put this car show together in Irvington, and he's also doing one at the Cineplex down in Newark. Tomorrow on Springfield and Bergen Street.
How many cars do you have in your show?
Well, it all depends because we never know how many cars are going to show up at a show. We advertise as much as possible, and a lot of times we get surprised how many cars actually show up. We're never really disappointed because it comes to a point to where the best type of advertisement is word of mouth. And once one person that has a passion for these car shows tell another person, it grows and grows. So this may be the first show that we're going to do here, but it definitely will not be the last.
Definitely.
There will be camera and video coverage by First Look Media, and all motorcycles are welcome to show their stuff. The prizes are going to be really attractive. What is this here? You're going to have, explain to me the prizes.
Okay, of course, trophies are some of the biggest prizes that we have. We don't generally give monetary gifts out. What we do is let people experience, to come and leave with something that they're going to remember for a long time. Car lovers, they like to take that trophy home and put that on the shelf, and 4 or 5 years from now they'll say, I remember I was at that car show and I have something to show for it. So we want to give them, have them leave with something that is going to stick with them for a long time. And I myself have a number of trophies, and so do Lawrence, have a number of trophies for his car, that we both have a certain section in our home that we just put our trophies for our car. And anytime someone comes in, we can always explain, opposed to if I came to a car show and received $50, that money is probably gone the next day, and I got nothing to show for that I've been to that car show.
I can see,
that trophy is even more important than that $50.
I can see the excitement in how you're really just, overwhelmed with the idea of doing this.
Right.
And, it's so important that we get out here and do what we can to support it. Outlaw, the thing that I think is also important is that you will have vendors there who you can collect memorabilia from.
Yes, right. We'll have different vendors.
T-shirts and things like that, yes. Yes, we'll definitely have that there.
And if there are some people that are interested, you're still taking calls from individuals who might be interested in being a part of it. Why don't you give us your information? Do you have a website or anything like that yet?
No, not yet.
We didn't put a website out, but
we're going to get a Facebook up. We'll have that up by the end of the day.
Yes, but the information is basically Sunday, the 26th of May. The car show is going to begin at 12 o'clock. I'm sorry, at 12 o'clock, and it's going to end at 5. It's going to be at 1253 Clinton Avenue, Irvington, New Jersey. That's the high school. For anyone that does not know that address, right off the bat, it's at Irvington High School. And you're more than welcome to come out. We are welcoming all vendors, anyone that has a business that wants to come out and promote their business, advertise their business, and get more explicit with the companies that they have, then you're more than welcome to come out and be a part of the show.
All right, great. Well, we're going to look forward to making sure that we get as many people generated. And if not, are you going to be doing this more often?
Yes, we're most definitely. This is the first of many, definitely.
Okay. Well, if you give us the honor, we'll be really happy if you allow us to create a Facebook page for you. And if we did the Facebook page, what would you call it?
Well, it would be pretty much just like our car club's name would be Outlawz Most Wanted Classic Car Club, and that's the name of our car club that's in this vicinity right here. So when we do generate a Facebook, we want it to be known that it's the car club that you're looking at and looking for.
And we'll definitely help you put that together so that we can get some people generated to it immediately. Well, guys, this is what we're going to be doing. So, I just want you to hope that, I just want to hope that you don't have a problem with us being part of your team. And we'll be involved with you from being a media partner. And we'll continue to be able to partner with you in the relationship that's going to generate more people to get involved. Thank you very much for coming by and sharing with us on our first opportunity to do this live after 5 on Saturdays here in Irvington, New Jersey.